What are congruent angles? Congruent angles are two or more angles with equal measures in degrees or radians. Congruent angles can be acute, obtuse, exterior, or interior angles. It does not matter what type of angle you have. If the measure of angle A is the same as angle B, they are congruent angles. Congruent angles do not need to face the same way or be constructed using the same figures, rays, lines, or line segments. If the two angle measurements are equal, the angles are congruent. To talk and write about or draw angles, we need common symbols and words to describe them. Here are the symbols mathematicians use. Let's look at how we can describe these two angles. We could say that angle O and angle A are congruent, and both measure 55 degrees. We could also say that mathematically, angle O is congruent to angle A, and angle O equals angle A, which equals 55 degrees. Since both angles measure less than 90 degrees, they are also acute angles. The shorthand description identifies each angle's vertex or point where rays meet. Angles can be oriented in any direction on a plane and still be congruent, just as angle DOG and angle CAT from our earlier example were congruent, but were not lined up with each other. Here are several angles. Which of these angles are congruent? All of these angles are congruent. The direction, the way the two angles sit on the printed page or screen, is unimportant. The way the two angles are constructed is unimportant. If the measures in degrees or radians are equal, the angles are congruent. You can draw congruent angles or compare possible existing congruent angles using a drawing compass, a straight edge, and a pencil. One of the easiest ways to draw congruent angles is to draw two parallel lines cut by a transversal. In your drawing, the corresponding angles will be congruent, and you will have multiple pairs of angles with congruency. Another easy way to draw congruent angles is to draw a right angle or a right triangle, then cut that right triangle with an angle bisector. You are left to two congruent acute angles, each measuring 45 degrees. But what if you have a given angle and need to draw an identical congruent angle next to it? Step 1. Draw a ray to the right of your original angle. Create an endpoint for your ray and label it. We will call ours point M. Step 2. Open your drawing compass so that the point on the compass can be placed on the vertex of the existing angle, but the pencil does not reach past the drawn line segments or rays of the existing angle. Step 3. Without changing the compass, place the point of the compass on point M on your new drawing and swing an arc from point M up into the space above your new ray. Step 4. Move the compass point to a point on one ray of the original angle, then adjust the drawing compass so the pencil touches the other point. Here we put our compass on point K and reach point Y with it. Step 5. Without changing the compass, move the compass point to the new ray's point, here point U, and swing the arc that intersects with your original arc. And step 6. Using your straight edge to connect the vertex, here point M, with the intersection of the two arcs. You have copied the existing angle. Test out what you've learned with the word problems at the bottom of the written lesson below.